There were a lot of concerns going into Twilight Masquerade that Ancient Box wasn't going to be a deck any longer. The Dragapult scare was real. People scared about the damage counters. But Dragapult has not quite hit in the way that people thought, and it's not being played as much as we once thought. So you're not necessarily concerned about this as much. And there are some new cards that I think make the Ancient Box deck, and you can almost just call it a Roaring Moon deck at this point, even better. Shout outs to Just Drew It on Twitter for this build. They played this at NAIC. Let me go and hide my face here for a little bit so we can give them proper credit. They got 42nd out of, and it's Just Drew It all, or Let's Drew This. There you go. Got 42nd out of 2,600 players at NAIC with this build of Ancient Box or Roaring Moon, whatever you want to call it at this point. Very strong deck that did very well, and one that we're talking about today. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this updated take on Ancient Box that it's really just a Roaring Moon deck at this point. Roaring Moon is the primary attacker. It's the only attacker of this deck at this point. It's got 140 HP, and its second attack is horrible. Don't use that. Its Vengeance Fletching attack, though, does 70 damage and 10 more damage for each ancient card in your discard pile. And we have a ton of ancient cards in the deck, giving us the opportunity to one-shot almost everything in the game. I haven't done the math to see how many ancient cards are in here, but you can really climb the ladder and hit very hard. So at a certain point, multi-prize Pokemon outside of your big Charizard EXs, you're gonna be able to take out. We've got 4 copies of the Roaring Moon here. We have 1 copy of Great Tusk. You can use this. I have won a game with this in the past with that Land Collapse attack where you get to discard the top card of your opponent's deck. But if you played an Ancient Supporter during this turn, you actually get to discard 4. So really, it's here just to throw it in the discard pile, but being able to discard cards at the end of the game as a deck out gives you an extra win condition that will not happen most of the time, but sometimes it will. The big change here is we've taken out the Koraidons entirely and we've replaced them with Walking Wake. Now, Walking Wake cannot attack in this deck. I don't care about those attacks. I use this because it has a single retreat cost, which makes it easier to pivot in and out of the active so that you can actually get Roaring Moon in and swing. Koraidon does give you the benefit of being able to attack turn 1 going first with oftentimes a bigger attack than Roaring Moon can, but I find that the Koraidon then just gums up your hand, and now you have to find the fighting energy, and the damage oftentimes still isn't that great. So just cut that out and just go straight Roaring Moon, and then use the Walking Wake as discard fodder or an easy pivot. Flutter Mane is also here as mostly an easy pivot. Sometimes maybe you'll get Hex Hurl off once, but most of the time it's here for Midnight Fluttering, where you start with Flutter Mane in the active and just shut off your opponent's active Pokemon's abilities. And then we got Radiant Greninja here. Discard a card or discard an energy and draw 2 cards. It's pretty much our only draw engine in the game, so very important card in the deck. For trainer cards, we got 2 copies of Counter Catcher. When we're behind on prizes, we can gust a bench Pokemon into the active, giving us the opportunity to take more prizes, especially against multi-prize Pokemon when we've got the numbers in the discard pile. This can be absolutely massive for us, and we're oftentimes playing from behind because we are a single prize deck that's pretty easy to knock out all of the Pokemon. We got 4 copies of Pokégear. This can look at the top 7 cards of your deck, grab a supporter you find there, and put it into our hand. In particular, we're looking for those Sada's Vitalities so that we can string together the energy and attack over and over again. 2 copies of PokéStop. You discard the top 3 cards from your deck, put any item cards that you find there into your hand. Now keep in mind that tool cards are no longer item cards, so tool cards will go straight in the discard, which can be a problem because Ancient Booster Capsule is a very good card in this deck. Gives your ancient Pokemon plus 60 HP, and you recover from all special conditions and can't be affected by special conditions. The special condition part isn't that big of a deal, but plus 60 HP, pushing up your Roaring Moons to 200, or even pushing your Flutter Manes out of Iron Hand's range is very helpful. For 2 copies of Ultra Ball, you discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice. 1 copy of Pal Pad to get our supporter cards back into the deck. In particular, trying to get those Sada's Vitalities, but sometimes against a control matchup, you might want to get a second use of Penny. Penny is a great card that lets you put one of your basic Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand. Most of the time, you're not using this to like heal your Roaring Moon because you're not really tanking hits with this deck. But against a control deck and you need to get Greninja off the board, you can use Penny to get them back into your hand. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basics down, 1 copy of Boss's Orders to switch our opponent's bench Pokemon to the active. We are relying on Counter Catcher here because we don't really have that many opportunities to play item-based or support-based Gust because we want to be playing Sada's Vitality all the time, which lets you choose 2 of your ancient Pokemon in play, attach an energy from your discard pile to each of them, and then draw 3 cards. So you're going to be using this most of the time, but sometimes Boss's Orders can be awesome to get that big Gust KO. 1 copy of Superior Energy Retrieval. You get to discard 2 cards and then draw up to 4 energy from your discard pile back into your hand. This is great in the mid to late game to not only get that energy back from the deck, but also to discard more ancient cards to make your Roaring Moon attack even more powerful. 2 copies of Super Rod lets us shuffle back in any combination of up to 3 basic energy or Pokemon from our discard pile back into our deck. 1 copy of Artazon. This is such a good card in this deck. It lets you bench a non-rule box Pokemon from your deck and put it onto your bench. This works for everything except for Radiant Greninja. New tech here, Secret Box. This is such a cool card. You discard 3 cards and you get 4 cards in exchange. You get an item card, a Pokemon tool card, a supporter card, and a stadium card. And this is absolutely insane. You can potentially discard multiple ancient cards while also getting like an Earthen Vessel, a Ancient Booster Capsule, a Sada's Vitality, and a PokéStop all in one go. It's a massive power spike for the deck. So Secret Box, fantastic in this use case. Explorer's Guidance it's a mediocre supporter, but you need it to throw it in the discard pile so that your Roaring Moon powers is higher. But also it's not bad when you're setting up. You get to look at the top 6 cards of your deck and put 2 in your hand, put 4 in the discard pile, and this is great for getting those pieces you need to set up while also discarding stuff to make Roaring Moon's attack stronger. 4 copies of Earthen Vessel, discard a card, draw 2 energy from your deck. A fantastic card, and it also is an ancient card that is going to power up Roaring Moon. And 1 copy of Professor's Research. I like this as a innovation to the deck. It's not an ancient supporter, but you can discard multiple ancient cards with Professor's Research in one go while also drawing 7 cards. So I really like the benefit of Research in this deck. And then last but not least, we've got 7 Dark Energy. We're not messing around with Water Energy or Fighting Energy in this deck anymore. So our general game plan, want to go second and repeatedly attack with Roaring Moon and that Vengeance Fletching attack. You're going to be a little slow to start most of the time, but eventually you're going to be climbing the ladder and putting yourself in position to one-shot pretty much everything in the game by the end. All right, let's get to these matches. Ooh, not a great start. Not a great start. Iron Thorns. A little annoying. That shuts off the Greninja. Oh, and Iron Hand. Okay, so Future Box. All right. Not necessarily the end of the world, but oh my goodness. But we need energy, like in the worst way, and I'm not sure we're going to get it right this second. Actually, you know what? Let's go and get a Flutter Mane out. And that potentially can get us a... Flutter Mane would shut off the Iron Thorns. So let's go and wait. Yeah, if they knock out the... They would need a double turbo, and they're still only doing 120. They would need the Future Capsule, too. So Energy Lotto, Future Capsule could do the trick. Oh, or that. Ooh, they brick on the generator. Oh, that gives us some time. Oh, they had a second one. And they brick on that too. Let's go. Okay. They are going to attach the second energy. That is a little annoying. They've only got 2 cards. That's is what it is. One of those might be an energy. Explorer's Guidance is good in the sense that we can potentially get set up here. We get the dark energy, and of these, I guess we grab... I think there's an argument to be made about leaving the dark energy in the discard pile so Sada can get that later. Yeah, let's go do that. So let's go grab 1 Explorer's Guidance and a Nest Ball to get another Roaring Moon down. I like having... you probably don't need too many. Like 2 is probably enough. And let's end. And hopefully they don't have a 3rd energy here. Or this could get bad. If they don't... Okay. They brick on the 3rd generator! Okay. Iono could be terrible for us. If they have the energy, this is bad. If they don't have the energy, this is potentially okay. We can at least start attacking on the following turn. Nope, they have the energy. Okay. That does suck. Oof, 180. Okay. Really hope we can find a ancient capsule here off the Sada's Vitality. But yeah, we are going to have to get rolling here very quickly. Let's go and Sada. We don't find the charm. Okay. Or ancient capsule. Oh, well, we found a capsule. That's kind of annoying. We're doing 130 right now. Okay, I think we just gotta swing here for 130. We take it. And hopefully we can get a Sada's Vitality off the Pokégear. Uh-oh. Techno Radar, get more Iron Crowns on the board. That's annoying. That does give us more opportunities to snipe out the Iron Crowns to win the game. I would not put that Miraidon on the bench right now. You don't need that Miraidon anymore. That's only valuable if you can knock out the Flutter Mane. Okay. They're playing for it. Okay. Okay, they Volt Cyclone 200. The Iron Hands play could be a game changer for them. Let's see, do they move the energy? The Psychic energy? They probably move it to the... Oh, they move a Lightning to the Iron Hands. That's fine. Okay. Can we maintain our momentum here? Hopefully with a Sada off one of these 2 Pokégears is the play. And let's go Earthen Vessel, and we'll get rid of the Walking Wake. We don't need that. We'll grab some energy, thin the deck a little more, make it theoretically easier to find a Sada. Yep. And I would love to power up 2. How greedy am I? I'm feeling greedy. Let's try and get a Nest Ball here. Oh God. Okay. We don't get it. We'll attach the second energy to the Flutter Mane, so at least we have a retreat option on the following turn. But really would like... There's the Roaring Moon. Okay. And we have 2 Roaring Moons in the discard pile. I should get... we're doing 180 here. I'm going to wait till the following turn to... Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to wait. We'll swing for 180. 180 gets us the KO. Okay, we got Boss. Boss doesn't help us right this second because we're still going to need Sada to get this other Roaring Moon set up. If we could get a counter catcher, that would be amazing. Actually, you know what? We might be able to snipe out this Iron Hands. If we're doing... What were we doing? 180? 200... 230... okay, let's see. If the Iron Hands comes in and knocks this out... Oh, okay. They need to retreat, though. Do they have the capsule? Of course they have the capsule. Now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. We have to knock this thing out if we're going to win this game. Okay. We could still be screwed. 40, 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah. Oh, and they vacuum away the PokéStop. That's a good call for them. But we still have PokéStop, so we're fine on that regard. Amp you very much. 160. Okay. We have to put the charm on the Roaring Moon, unfortunately. Let's go and... I think we only need one more Roaring Moon. Yeah, this is going to end in the next 2 turns. So I think we just get the one Roaring Moon. We attach 2 energy. And then we let it go from there. Okay, we get the Roaring Moon down. Oh, we also have to pray that we get Sada's Vitality here. Nope. Sada, please. Sada! Okay, there we go. And we have to pray that we can get one more of these, or else we're kind of screwed. Let's go. 1, 2. Boop, boop, boop. We are swinging for 190. Okay, let's go and... Let's go Earthen Vessel away a Walking Wake. That gets us an energy. That gets us to 210. This gets us to 230. And you know what? Let's go PokéStop here as well. Okay. That gets us to 260. And if we can tank this hit, we win. But right now, they are doing 20, 40, 60, potentially 180. And yeah, if they have boss KO, then we're kind of cooked. But let's see. Unfortunately, we were not able to target down the Iron Crowns and hit those for weakness. We just were not set up enough to do that. So we kind of have to tank this hit from Iron Hands. 40, 60, 80. They could also... Yeah, if they have the... Oh, wait. Yeah, they could have just attacked with... Okay. Let's see. They're not taking 2 prizes then. They're not taking 2 prizes. And hopefully they don't... They might be cooked. Yeah, if they're only taking 1 prize here, then we just knock out whatever. Especially if they're not going to hand disrupt us now. And I'm almost certain they don't play Unfair Stamp. Yeah, they're going to prime... yeah, then I would have put the energy on the... Okay, yeah, Prime Catcher is not... Not if you've got all the energy on the wrong Pokemon. And they've burned all their generators. I think we got him. I think we got him. Yeah, they're just going to Volt Cyclone. We escape with the win there. Whew. Okay. Let's go and see how far we can go. I think we just Sada for... Yeah, we would do 280 here. Let's go and Sada up the energy, and we escape with the win, even without being able to target down the Iron Crowns. Had they put the energy on the Iron Hands beforehand, then did the play, I think they would have won. They could have then got the Flutter Mane up, or yeah, just gusted around the Charm, and they would have been cooked. Thankfully, having the Charm on the active made them consider something different, and you know, maybe that was a little bit of a fraudulent win there, but we did make moves to make them make that Blast Iron Thorns play was a massive misplay on their part. I don't know. Would they? Because they should have been. No, they weren't going to be able to take two, and they knew. I don't know. But whatever the case is, we put ourselves in position to take the win there, which we did. GG's. Lugia. Okay. Potentially bad. Potentially bad. Eventually will take one-shots on multi-prize Pokemon, but they also have Iron Hands, and Iron Hands is a nightmare. So I don't really know. They're going to go triple Lugia. Oh, it's Great Ball, so they have to play what they can play, but they're not going to bench a third Lugia. Absolutely not. We're not going to be, like, based on our current hand right now, we're probably not going to be able to attack. But I think we might be fine, assuming they don't have double Archeops Professor's Research here. We could have some time to figure this out. Yep, immediately going for the Iron Hands. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Okay. Yeah, taking 2 off the Flutter Mane. Okay, let's go and... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that first. Let's go Earthen Vessel. And... Do we just get double Vessel right now? No. I think we hold on to... I really don't want to get rid of Sada. I don't want to get it. We have a Sada right now. Okay. We'll let go of those. We'll go and grab a Greninja. And we'll go and grab a Roaring Moon. And then Earthen Vessel away one of the Explorer's Guidances. And we'll go grab some energy. Throw that in the discard pile. And hopefully we can draw into not Walking Wake. Okay. That's not ideal. If they knock out the Roaring Moon, we're kind of screwed. I don't want to put the Walking Wake on the bench, though. The Walking Wake is garbage. Okay. Flutter Mane in the active could potentially help us stall for time here. Tails, 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 tails. Okay. That's probably an Archeops. Flutter Mane slows them down a little bit, but because they have the second Lugia on the bench, they can just pop their V-Star power on the bench. Okay, they get their Archeops. 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. Okay. Interesting. They're playing the Jet Energy right now, which feels... I don't know why you'd do that right this second. I guess other than to... Sure, if they're just going to read the wind, that's fine. Okay. We have 2 energy. We can attack on the following turn. They are going to play Jacques. Interesting. Okay, are they going to get it? Nope, they're just going to read the wind. Okay. That gives us some time to at least get in an initial strike on this Lugia. And let's go and Sada. Dark. Flutter Mane up. And we can get rid of these 2 Walking Wakes. We're not going to need those. Let's go and grab ourselves a Roaring Moon. Put that on the bench. And we'll swing into this, but 150 is not enough. Okay. 160 is still, like, not ideal. Or 170. Still not ideal. Especially if they're going to hard retreat into... Now, they can't use the Iron Hands here. The Iron Hands is not going to be a good attacker because we can one-shot... What's it called? They can't one-shot us with the... They're not going to be able to attack us. I don't think they're running 2 lightning or lightning equivalent energies. I think they've got the 2 Archeops in... No, they've only got 1 Archeops in the discard pile. We have time to figure this out. Are they going to go pop 1 Archeops? No way. No chance. Yeah, there's the second Archeops. They don't have the Chinchino, though. Which could be a problem for them. Let's see what they use as an attacker. Ancient Box is kind of a awkward matchup. I can imagine it being an awkward matchup for them. Because we are a single prize deck. Now they get the Minchino down. That'll help the prize trade out a little bit here. And let's see what they go in with. The Iron Hands, again, is not going to get the extra prize that they're looking for. I could have hit on the Greninja. There is that. I kind of want to PokéStop next before Sada because I want the potential opportunity to get a Nest Ball or some sort of way of getting a Pokemon down so I can attach 2 Dark Energy to like 2 Roaring Moons rather than a Roaring Flutter Mane and having to deal with that whole nonsense. Now, they kind of squandered a little bit here. Yeah, because they can only attach... They might attach 2 to the Lugia. Oh, they're going to attach 5? That feels like a waste. I would not have attached 5. Okay. I mean, yeah, the Iron Hands can take 2 if they have Boss. And I do have to imagine that is a play they are going to go for at some point. And they are going to take out the PokéStop. They should take out the PokéStop. Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to get the PokéStop play, so we have to play Sada up front. And pray that we can grab something here. Ancient Booster Capsule kind of doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter. It does prevent the Flutter Mane from getting knocked out. So I do like that as an option. Okay, let's Earthen Vessel. Let's keep the Ancient Booster Capsule on the Flutter Mane, actually. And I will... Let's Earthen Vessel away the Explorer's Guidance. And let's grab some energy. And let's see if we can draw into another Roaring Moon here. We're doing 210. Unfortunately, no follow-up Roaring Moon is absolutely tragic. But we will take a KO here. And they are going to draw 7. Hopefully we can get a second Roaring Moon into play. There we go. We stop the Iron Hands play. We should be able to one-shot Iron Hands on the following turn. They're probably going to have to go in with... Yeah, they're going to have to go in with Lugia. Or we could go in with the Flutter Mane. I don't know how viable... the Jamming Tower. I kind of hope they go for the Flutter Mane. Then we can take out the Iron Hands. Blood Moon Ursaluna. Okay. Are they really going to go with that right now? Oh, well, they had to grab a card. That's probably not what they were looking for. But let's see. Eventually, we should get to a point where we can one-shot stuff. I think it's still not the end of the world if Iron Hands pops off. Especially if they don't have the Chinchino set up. And we've got 2 Roaring Moons, so the Legacy Energy, we're only taking 1 prize on that. That part sucks. That part sucks. It would be nice if... Mist Energy, that doesn't matter. Ursaluna right now doesn't matter. Okay. We should get in a big swing here. I don't know if it's enough, but... How many Earthen Vessels do we still have? Oh, we've used almost all of them. That's kind of not great. The Chinchino. I'd probably just go in with the Chinchino right now if I were them. Oh, but they burned all that energy powering up the Lugia. Okay, let's see. Let's see it. And they're going to leave the Jamming Tower out, as they should. Okay. Is there a world... Oh, we're tied on prizes. That's annoying. Okay. Let's go get another Roaring Moon down. If we were behind on prizes, we could make something happen here. Okay. Unfortunately, tied. We are... Yeah, we have to go in with this Roaring Moon. And it's 230. We could go for a desperate... Oh, we can't go right now. I will bump Jamming Tower with Artazon. And let's see if we can get down Flutter Mane. Okay, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. Do we... 230... 40, 56... Yeah, they're going to knock us out no matter what. It's a matter of... Yeah, let's just go swing. Yeah, if I were them, I'd probably go in with the Chinchino at this point. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Like, the way this is playing out right now, I'm annoyed. Yeah, the fact that we're ahead on prizes, they're just going to swing. We have to find another energy. If we top deck an energy or like an out to an energy, that would be absolutely incredible. I'm not sure we're going to get it, though. Oh, Sada's Vitality. Yeah, that's actually... We'll roll with that. And we'll attach an energy to the Flutter Mane. Hopefully we get... Ugh. Yeah, our big problem now is that we don't have... All our Roaring Moons are in the discard pile right now. So, we don't have... And how many Sadas do we have left? We've used all of them. So, we're in a bad spot right now. I think we have to swing for 250. We have to take this out. And I hope we get, like, Pal Pad and something else. Great Tusk. No. That's not the play. And all the energy is in the discard pile, or for 5. Yeah, we're not going to get a lot here. Oh, this feels bad. This feels bad. And we're going to get Iono too? Uh-oh. There's the Pal Pad. That's good, but, like, we might be boned. Oh, come on. No! Yeah, this is very unfortunate. The circumstances we are in right now. We could still win, potentially still win, but it's hard. It's going to be hard for the rest of the game here to find the momentum to win. Yeah, now they're just a boss KO away with Iron Hands to win. And we don't have a lot else. We've lost all our Roaring Moons. We have to get that back in there. We have to get energy in there. We have to get Sada back in. And there's really, like, nothing left. We put down Roaring Moon and we pray is really all this comes down to. But we would need the absolute most goated top deck to even come back from this. I think this is a winnable matchup. It's tough for sure, but that was a brutal... I think not being able to knock out the Lugia was terrible. And they're just going to knock out the... Oh, they knock out the Greninja. What? Why? Oh, okay, they're going to Iron Hands it. There it is. Iron Hands for the win. Tough loss there for this deck. Unfortunately, it does kind of highlight one of the issues is the ramp up is a little tough. Trying to get enough cards in the discard to hit those really high numbers. And this is a deck that can one-shot Lugia V-Star. Unfortunately for us, they do have ways of keeping the prize trade on their side, whether it is Iron Hands, whether it is the Chinchino. And yeah, we got hand disrupted as well. And unfortunately, our deck kind of lost steam there at the end. So we're just going to have to hold that out. Maybe we could have taken out the Iron Hands for prize. That could have been a play. We would have been on odd prizes. That could have been weird, but maybe that could have prevented that outcome there. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. GG's. There were just a lot of folks who were disenchanted by the way the game was going. Okay, so I think I don't want to play Greninja. I'm horrified of Greninja getting trapped here, but I do want the potential to attack right now. And if I get the energy in the discard and we could potentially Sada's Vitality. Let's go and thin here. Let's get a second Roaring Moon out. And hopefully we can draw into an energy here. Please. Or an Earthen Vessel. Okay, Vessel's good. Vessel's good. I don't think we're gonna... Booster Capsule might come in handy. Might come in handy. If they're gonna move a whole bunch of damage around. Okay, let's get rid of the Ultra Ball for now. And we can just swing for 90. Okay, they've got to move real fast right now, or they are done. Done dozo. Well, they're going first, second on Reshizard. Yeah, I remember a lot of people not being happy with that Sun and Moon Sword and Shield transition era. I think from tag teams onward, just a lot of people dissatisfied with how the game was playing. Interesting, they put down a Manaphy. Manaphy's not going to do anything in this matchup. Okay, they just want to keep the Manaphy alive. I'm not going to bench much. Like, at this point, like, they can have the Greninja. And we can probably get the Greninja off the board at some point here. Let's go and conceal cards. And we'll Sada to this. And hopefully we can grab a Penny on the following turn. I actually do think that the capsules could be handy here. This looks like it's just going to be a trap deck. So let's go and put the 2 capsules on. And let's go and throw one of the... I think we can throw away an Explorer's Guidance. We're not going to need that. And on the following turn, we're going to Penny away this Greninja, and then they're just not doing anything. And hopefully we have not prized the Penny. If this is the version of the deck that I think... okay. I mean, even then, in a worst case scenario, like... Temple of Sinnoh doesn't matter. I'm not going to bench anything anymore. They're going to do a damage counter. Okay. And they unfair stamp us. That could be fine. Our hand sucked anyways. Explorer's Guidance could be good. Accompanying Flute. That's annoying. That's annoying. It's still, like, not enough, right? Like, the Walking Wake... The Walking Wake is an annoying card. We can't attack with the Walking Wake. Okay. Let's go burn Explorer's Guidance. And we will grab an Energy and what? PokéStop? Yeah, I think so. Let's go get rid of those. It's PokéStop. Hopefully we don't PokéStop our Penny. Okay, we get a Pokégear. That's nice. We'll just go hard retreat into the Roaring Moon. And let's go Pokégear here. And we don't hit it. Okay. We're kind of stuck. Let's go and swing. Vengeance Fletching, 300. So we've got 2 kicks at the can for Penny. Yeah, where this gets really dicey is if they've got the Mawile. And they're going to almost certainly play Counter Catcher here. And trap the Walking Wake. This is... I see what you did there, Secret Player. Maybe a couple minutes late, but... Oh, interesting. Nest Ball. let's see. It's probably too risky to play PokéStop at this point. Yeah, they do have the Mawile. Like, the only way we get through this is we have to Penny twice. Oh, they have the energy too. If they have Counter Catcher, we're in trouble. Because, yeah, we don't run any switch outs in this deck. Yeah, we're not really built. Okay. If we're just going to knock out the Mawile, then that's fine. Yeah, and if they're just going to chip away at the Greninja, that's okay too. If anything, we just let this die. And... yeah, we let the Greninja die, and then we just eventually draw into our Penny. I would not have burned the Mawile here. But, okay. Yeah, like at worst case, they're going to take one prize off the Greninja. Okay, we get a Walking Wake. Yeah, so maybe we do that. We'll just let the Greninja get KO'd at this point. Okay, we just need to take 2 more KOs. Ursaluna. Okay, that makes things weird. Okay, and we get Ionode. How do we do this? Do we? I think there's a couple ways of going about it. If they're going to go with the... go with the Ursaluna, because we're not doing enough damage at this point. Right? We are not doing enough damage. Okay, so that's... we can just try and go for a one-shot on that eventually. That might not work. 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, we've got a ways to go if that's the play. But they are doing damage to themselves, so that does make this a little more feasible of an option. Okay, we do get a Roaring Moon. I will put that on the bench, and let's go start milling. There's the Sada. Unfortunately, well, we are going to make the attack stronger at least. There's a Sada's Vitality. And I think we're still not, like, close enough to take a KO here, right? So it's 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. No. I don't think there's any point in attacking here. But yeah, we definitely want to hit this Ursaluna. The Ursaluna, they can keep healing with the Monkey Dory. That's annoying. Oh, they have no energy on the Monkey Dory right now. Oh, well, so much for that. Okay, I think we have time. Okay, so, Pal Pad. Okay, let's go PokéStop here. Hopefully. Oh, there's the Penny. No! Okay, let's go Earthen Vessel. And hopefully we have no energy there. Okay, so we have to Sada at this point. I have to get the Penny back. So we'll go Penny and Sada. And how much damage are we doing right now? 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200. So we are still short. 210, 220, 230. I think that might be it. I think that might be it. Right? If we go here, let's go retreat into the Roaring Moon. And we are doing 220. There it is. We got him. We got him. We got him. We'll pull out the Great Tusk. And we will swing for 240 damage, taking out the Ursaluna for that win. GG. So, yeah, weird matchup. Weird matchup there. I was not expecting the flute. The flute is a good play. That was really annoying. I do think that we generally have the advantage in there because our deck does not rely all that much on abilities, so we're not taking much in the way of incremental damage. I think where things get dicey is that the Ursaluna can come in towards the end of the game and force us to start putting stuff on the board. But thankfully, we were patient. Maybe we could have been a bit more patient. We did PokéStop away our Penny, and that gave us one less way of getting the Walking Wake off the board. But we were able to hang around long enough and eventually take that big swing on the Ursaluna for game. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Ancient Box. Again, shout outs to Just Druid on Twitter, who got in the top 64 at NAIC with this build of Ancient Box. I think Ancient Box is still very much a valid deck that is worth playing in the meta. Still maybe on the fringes of meta. I think there's a lot more talk about Raging Bolt, Ogerpon, and Lugia, and Gardevoir. But Raging Moon still, or Roaring Moon, Ancient Box still strong, and you have an excellent Gardevoir matchup. You just kind of eat Gardevoir alive with this deck. So if you're looking for a good matchup against Gardevoir, this is probably the deck for you. What say you? Do you think Ancient Box is cooked? Do you think it's still a good deck? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, stick around. But if you're watching this on YouTube, we got to get out of here. You can find me on all the things, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. I've actually been starting the streams earlier than 10 a.m. to try and get more content in throughout the week. But at 10 a.m., I will be here at the latest. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, geez.